I must have been hungry when I made up these taps for Chapter 6. Here's another pizza problem. This problem simply asks you to calculate the daily consumer surplus as a numerical value, and the same for producer surplus, and then total surplus is the sum of the two. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember that we have our demand curve and our supply curve and our market price, our market clearing price, that's 3, and then a quantity of 50,000 pizza slices today. Watch out for the units. This gets you in the homework too. If units are 1,000, then our answers are going to be in thousands as well. So anyway, let's start. In terms of areas on the graph, we know that consumer surplus is the area below the demand curve and above the price line. It's this area here. If we wanted to calculate that, we'd just take the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 times our base, and our base is 50,000. That's the thousands you have to watch out for. And then our height is 8 minus 3 is 5. So 5 times 50,000 is 250,000. 1/2 of that is $125,000 per day. So that's consumer surplus. Now, producer surplus is a little bit smaller. Let me go ahead and change the color just to add some variety here. Producer surplus, remember, is always the area below the price line and above the supply curve. So it's this little triangle here. Producer surplus. It's hard for me to write that small with this stylus. And if we want to calculate that numerically, which the problem asks us to do, it's again 1/2 times base, which is 50,000, same, times height, which is just 1. It's the difference between 3 and 2. So when we calculate that out, we're left with $25,000 per day. And then finally, total surplus is simply the sum of consumer surplus and producer surplus. And it's 125,000 plus 25,000 is 150,000 per day. And that's the amount by which consumers and producers of pizza in this market, in this Portland metro market, are better off because this market exists. And that's an amount per day. Another way, by the way, just for your information, and sometimes it's handy. Another way to get at total surplus is just take the area below the demand curve and above the supply curve, below the marginal value function and above the marginal cost function. It's the sum of the difference between the total benefit less the cost. It's the benefit of the first unit less the cost of the first unit, plus the benefits of the second unit, less the cost of the second unit, and so on until we have total surplus. And you'd get the same answer either way. It's a good way to check your work. If you do it one way, check it the other way, and if you get the same answer, you can be pretty confident your methodology was sound. If you didn't get the same answer, then somewhere you got a problem, and may as well find that and fix it before turning in the quiz in a hurry.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.